dogs. All right, nice boar I got yesterday. Good healthy rainforest boar. Not bad hooks on him. So what I'm gonna do is just go through how I skin a pig. It's pretty straightforward really, but like a lot of things, just takes practice to get quick at. So I usually start from the inside of the leg here. I always cut from the inside of the skin towards the outside, because the bristles of the pig are pretty savage on the edge of your knife. So I just usually cut right up the ankle like that, and then just start opening up around his leg kind of thing. So come up here, again always inside out around this. So cut around to join up with the first cut you made, like so. And some of this is a little bit fiddlier than other bits. One thing you want to make sure of here is you don't cut this tendon, because that's what's holding his leg up on the gambrel. If you cut that, the whole show will fall down and make your job a lot tougher. So the RSN dogs did a bit of a job on him here. That's what stops him from running away. So I usually skin, in two different ways, depending on which sort of pig I'm skinning. So with mature boars like this guy, they have a big fighting shield, as many of you will know, down here, and when you get down to that, it's very stiff and it's hard to cut all the way around the pig. So what I'll often do is split the skin into two halves. So just nick the tail there. To nick the tail, you feel along it, you'll feel lumps and dips, rises and dips. What you do is you just cut on top of one of those lumps and you'll get through the vertebrae. So just put a cut straight down the middle of his backbone. If this was a sow or a young boar, I wouldn't bother doing this, but it certainly does make it a bit easier when you're doing a mature pig. So now that you've put that cut down the backbone, you can just start taking this half of the skin off. So unlike a deer or a sheep or a cow or anything like that, you can't really just put your cuts in and then rip the skin off on a pig, because the skin and fat are all attached to the meat. So you've got to knife it off the whole way. So I'll just start opening up down his belly here, trying to make sure to keep as much of the fat and meat on there as possible, especially if you want to take that for bacon, which I highly recommend. Come down to his brisket here, just put that cut right down to his throat, like so, and then just keep on coming down. Yep. So when you come down to his front leg here, you sort of got to open up down the outside of his leg, like so. And then you can keep on coming around the pig, or you can open up the inside of the leg, whichever you feel like at the time. So I'm in a slight hurry, and this is only going for dog food, so I'm being a little bit rougher than usual, but normally try and avoid putting any cuts in the meat like that. You can see there, a bit of a fighting wound he's got. Actually, that's quite a good bloody gash he's copped there for another boar. See, it's gone a little bit infected there. That's all right. When you start boning him out to put in the freezer, you just cut around that bit. Doesn't harm the rest of the meat. So anyway, you get down to here. He hasn't got the biggest shield on him, this pig, but you can still see it anyway. It's quite stiff. Got another fighting wound here. You can see that kind of gross cheesy cyst there. You just sort of cut that away with the skin. Just go a bit deeper, cut into the meat. Try to avoid nicking it with your knife if possible, because it's pretty gross. Yeah, he's been having a few good scraps, this pig. Until you're finally getting right down to his neck. Like so. So now you can come on the inside, grab this little flap of skin here, and just gently nick that skin away from the inside of his leg there. So I'll come down to around here. I'll just leave the skin attached to that hock. So I'll take the whole hock and the whole skin at the same time. So now come right down to the throat and the neck. You can start gently putting some cuts in around his neck, ready to remove his head. I say gently because there's a lot of bone and stuff in here. You don't want to grate your edge of your skinning knife against bone if you can avoid it. So you just cut right into the spine there, and you can see that's pretty loose. Then you can grab his ear in one hand, his hock in the other, and give a twist. That should pop off, and that's half of it, and his head done. So all you do is repeat with the other half, and you're away. Easy job.